Fala galera, salve salve, sejam bem-vindos ao XLED Gameplay. Meu nome é Leandro e hoje nós vamos acompanhar o segundo dos 3 vídeos prometidos sobre a família Cabot. O nome da quest de hoje é Emogene e seu amante. Então, bora lá para ver o que vai acontecer.
Not acceptable. Emogene is missing and I want her found.
She's not missing, Mother.
Do you know where
So
she
did you
is?
find out what happened to the courier?
Your sister is missing and I want her found. What else is Edward for if not to keep the family safe?
Mother, Edward has better things to do than sending someone out to find Emogene. Again.
Some raiders set up camp near Parsons and ambushed him. I took care of them.
I don't like raiders operating so close to Parsons. I hope this isn't the start of something serious. What about the serum he was carrying? Did you get any of it back?
There was only this one vial left.
Oh, good. I was afraid we wouldn't get any of it back. Here's your pay for the job. I'm throwing in a little bonus for bringing back the serum. That was good work. Now, as far as what's next. Oh, hell. I guess it's time you met Wilhelmina. Jack's not gonna be happy about it. Come on.
Don't care what happens to your sister.
If she wanted us to know where she went, she would have told someone.
I insist you send someone to find...
Jack, I'll take care of it. Mrs. Cabot, don't worry. I'll send someone to find Emogene.
Thank you, Edward. I can always count on you. Why can't you be as devoted as dear Edward?
You shouldn't indulge her, Edward. It just makes her more impossible to deal with next time.
Just doing my job. Speaking of which, here's all we got back of the last delivery from Parsons. Raiders got the rest of it, I'm sorry to say.
Ah, good. Finally. This will help settle Mother down.
Emogene is Jack's sister. You probably figured that out yourself. She's, a little flighty. Impulsive. From time to time, she runs off. Usually with a new boyfriend. Then I send somebody to bring her home.
Do you know where she's gone?
No, but it shouldn't be too hard to find out. She's been spending a lot of time in Good Neighbor. That's a jazz club there, the third rail. Somebody there must know something. She's not known for keeping her mouth shut.
What if she doesn't want to come home?
Obviously, as one of the family, you can't just knock her in the head and drag her home by her heels. Usually, by the time I send someone after her, she's gotten bored with the whole thing and is ready to come home. I'm sure you'll think of something. You're supposed to be resourceful, remember?
Bom, a gente tem que ir no third rail, mas eu vou cortar esse pedaço da conversa com a Magnólia cantora. É questão de direitos autorais, então vamos lá. Galera, a gente já pegou informação com a Magnólia cantora no third rail e já estamos no ponto onde ela indicou. Eu cortei o vídeo porque, inclusive as rádios que tem aqui no jogo, quando eu já upei um vídeo aqui que tinha uma rádio tocando de fundo e o YouTube removeu esse trechinho da música que estava tocando. E como a Magnólia lá fica cantando, também não vou arriscar. Então cortei esse pedaço e vamos direto lá para onde ela indicou pra gente.
What the?
Think you can hide? Find him and kill him! Show your face! I dare ya!
There is something nearby. Identity unknown.
Opa, mas de onde é que tá vindo isso? Caramba! Eu não vi essa metralhadora aí. Tava tão concentrado no jogo que não vi aquilo ali. Caramba, mas no que tá batendo aí? Olha isso! Ai, que sacanagem, cara! Tem uma parede invisível ali. Ai, caramba, é invisível mesmo. Ai, que droga!
Yahoo?
Eita, cara, mas eu pensei que tinha pouco nego aqui, mas tá fervendo de cara aqui.
Enemy detected.
Tem mais um por aqui, eu não sei onde é que é, mas enfim. Deve estar lá pra cima do prédio. Sobre as músicas aqui do jogo, teve um vídeo que eu fiz e um trechinho bem pequeno onde apareceu uma música de fundo que estava sendo tocada por uma rádio. Tá bom, você também. Um trechinho do vídeo foi silenciado pelo YouTube, então eu refiz aquele vídeo e depois eu peguei um mod que silencia completamente os rádios, todas as rádios. Quer dizer, apenas remove as músicas, né?
I may have detected unusual behavior.
Aí. E o mod que eu tenho aqui, ele remove as músicas que ficam tocando na rádio. Como elas são obras de terceiros, né? Então a gente pode cair aí nos direitos autorais. Quer dizer, eu não sei como outros canais se viram com isso, né? Mas eu, por via das dúvidas, resolvi silenciar as rádios usando esse mod.
Someone is nearby. The enemy has been spotted.
Matando por tabela. Então vamos lá para o nosso objetivo. Ah, não tem mais ali ainda.
Who? It's very bright.
Welcome, neighbor. We're always glad to see a new face around here. Tell me something. You ever feel like this whole world is broken? Do you ever wonder why things can't be the way they were in the good old days?
I'm just looking for Emogene Cabot.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Emogene is indisposed right now. She's not seeing visitors.
Opa!
What's she doing here? Is she a member of your movement?
Actually, she and I are
O que tá acontecendo aqui, cara?
romantically involved.
É, tinha que ser a Brotherhood, né? Será que vai acontecer? Elas vão se envolver aqui agora? E agora?
Excuse me.
I haven't forgotten that you wanted to find out what our group is all about. We call ourselves the Pillars of the Community. We're a pretty new...
Tá, mas o que tá acontecendo? eles têm mania de se explodir, a Brotherhood, eu acho.
This exciting future. Step right this way and I'll be happy to tell you all about our movement and how you can be a part of it.
I'm just looking for Emogene Cabot.
I already told you, Emogene can't have any visitors right now.
É, mas e agora? O que a gente faz?
I'm not leaving without seeing her.
You can't see her. She, can't come out of her room right now. Not that it's any of your business, but she and I are just having a little relationship trouble. You know how it is. She's not seeing anybody until she cools off.
Ela e a gente vai ter que matar essa galera aqui? Bom, vamos arriscar.
I'm going to see her, one way or another. Your choice.
You should know that we are, regrettably, quite skilled in the use of violence.
Wow. You went right to throwing your weight around. I thought we were friends. If you want to see her so bad, don't let me stand in your way. Here, I'll unlock the door for you.
Cara, isso aqui tá com cara de ser mais um daqueles grupinhos fanáticos religiosos, cara. Mas se bem que, não, o cara tá com cara mesmo de ser pilantra, isso sim. Eu ainda não sei do que se trata, mas o sujeito tem uma cara de pilantra. Depois que eu terminar de gravar esse vídeo aqui, eu vou voltar e explorar esse lugar aqui com calma. Vou saber do que se trata essa galerinha aqui.
She's all yours, neighbor.
You must be Emogene.
Don't tell me. Jack sent you.
Well, actually it was Edward, but close enough.
Edward, who works for Jack. I know Jack was behind this. He's always trying to control me.
It wasn't Jack. It was your mother who wanted you found.
I'm fine, as you can see. I was just waiting to see if Thomas would come to his senses. But since you've already gone to all this trouble, I may as well leave now. I was bored with Thomas anyway. He seemed so interesting at first. But after we got here, he turned out to be just another brute. He actually thought he could force me to join his absurd cult.
I hope you don't need to say goodbye to your boyfriend.
Thomas? He wasn't my boyfriend. We had some fun together, that's all. Besides, he shouldn't have locked me in here. Oh, I'm not going with you. You can tell Mother I'll be along home before too long. I just need a drink first.
Ok, então. Eu acho que a gente tem que voltar. Com certeza, mas... Eu fiquei bastante curioso quanto a essa galera aqui. Vamos ver se tem mais alguma coisa por aqui.
Hi.
We don't have anything to talk about.
E o cara ficou magoadinho. Tá bom então.
Edward, switch to single sideband modulating. Can you hear me? Edward, switch over to the Hartley modulator. Do you copy?
Gee, now. How's this?
Oh, that's done it. Edward, what's going on there?
We're under attack. They're inside the building.
Inside? Can you keep them out of the basement?
I'm trying, Jack. I've never seen raiders that... For God's sake, Sammy, the doorway, right there. Sorry. Things are a little busy around here right now.
Listen, if they're inside the building, you have to go to the office and shut down the elevator. You can't risk them getting to Lorenzo.
Got it. Office. Elevator. You better round up whoever you can and get...
Hello? Edward? Come in. Edward!
Cara, essa side quest aqui, ela tá ficando bem longa, cara. Eu tô com a impressão de que eu vou ter que cortar esse vídeo aqui.
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
I always knew it would end this way. I never should have allowed you to lock up Lorenzo in that place.
That isn't helping, Mother. And as I recall, using the serum was your idea, not mine.
So what are you going to do?
Porque o lugar onde o Edward tá, parece que o bicho tá pegando lá. E já faz bastante tempo que eu tô gravando aqui.
He's at Parsons, the old asylum. They're under attack by raiders. It's strange. The guards have held off raiders before without any trouble. I don't know what's gone wrong this time.
What happened?
The guards at Parsons called in that they were under attack. Edward went to help. I've only just been able to raise him, briefly. I didn't get much, but it sounds like the situation there is nearly out of control. I wonder if these could be the same raiders that stole that last shipment. If some of them had used the undiluted serum, it could explain their unusual success against Edward's men.
What exactly does this serum do?
I suppose it's time you knew. The main benefit of the serum is to halt aging. My family and I are all over 400 years old. But it also confers other side effects, especially in the undiluted form that the raiders stole. It increases strength and resistance to all kinds of physical damage. So at least some of these raiders may be much more dangerous than the ones you're used to dealing with.
If you're 400 years old, then you were born before the Great War.
Yes, I think you were too. I'd say mid-21st century?
That's right. I was in cryosleep until recently.
Interesting. We'll have to talk more about that later, but time presses. Is there anything else before we get going?
I think it's time you told me what's really going on at Parsons.
You're right. It's past time you knew.
Jack, are you sure it's wise telling her all this?
My father, Lorenzo Cabot, is confined in Parsons. He became dangerously unstable after handling an artifact he found on an archaeological dig in Arabia. He gained various seemingly paranormal powers, as well as becoming increasingly irrational and violent. In the end, I had no choice but to confine him, for his own safety, as well as ours. In the course of my attempts to cure him, I discovered that the artifact had introduced anomalies into his blood. So the source of his insanity is also the basis of the treatments that have prolonged all our lives. The irony isn't lost on me, but if he were to escape from Parsons, I would lose my father forever. I will not allow that to happen. Not to mention that the artifact has made him paranoid, homicidally violent, and endowed with extraordinary abilities.
Exactly what abilities does he have?
Enhanced strength, unusual resistance to most kinds of physical damage. Oh, and a kind of local telekinesis, which appears to be projected by the artifact itself. That's why I've built a dampening field into his cell. Which is why we really need to stop these intruders before they turn it off. Hold on, weren't you off looking for Emogene? Did you find her?
Yes, I found her. She's fine.
Oh, good.
At least there's one small comfort on this terrible day.
You'll be wanting to be paid, of course. Edward usually handles these things. Caps is what you use for currency, isn't that right? Here, I hope that's the right amount. Before we go, I need you to understand something. When we get to Parsons, you need to do exactly what I tell you. Nothing more, nothing less. Is that clear?
Okay.
Good. Make sure you have whatever you'll need for a serious battle. I'll wait for you outside.
Jack, be careful. And
Ok, então. Parece que o bicho vai
father
pegar, né?
at least as much as you do. But you know as well as I do that if he gets free, there will only be one option.
don't let it come to that, please.
I'll do my best, Mother. And if Emogene finally comes home, for God's sake, don't let her leave again until I get back. Now, I really do have to go.
I don't need anything right now, thank you.
Ok, então vamos lá. Galera, então é isso aí. O XLED Gameplay de hoje vai ficando por aqui. No próximo vídeo a gente acompanha o desfecho da história da família Cabot aqui, né? Então, muito obrigado por ter passado esse tempo aqui comigo. E não esqueça, se gostou do vídeo, deixe seu joinha, inscreva-se também no canal. Mais uma vez, meu muito obrigado, até mais e fui!